Jay, how you doing?
Hey, how's it going, Pablo? Man, good to see you. Or good to hear from you, actually.
Dude, it's been way too long.
Oh, who you telling, man? Shit. Like, shit, I'm not suicidal, but don't you like want to die for like 2 weeks? It's like, shit.
It's been
Chilling at the morgue.
it's been way too long. Before COVID, man.
Even before COVID, you're right, man. I'm glad to see that you're on stage now, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to get back into it.
Shit, you gotta hit me up, man. We definitely gotta go, some mics and stuff like that.
Yeah. Hey, before we keep going, can you introduce yourself real quick for the audience?
My name is Jesse J. I'm a comedian, stand-up comedian. I'm also a certified dog trainer, if that matters. That shit doesn't even matter on this platform.
Why
That's
doesn't it
my
matter, man?
day
That's
job.
talent, man. It,
That's
it
my
takes a
that's
lot to train a
yeah.
dog.
Yeah, no. 10 years ago, I was, praised for getting dogs to jump through hoops. Now I'm a dirty stick. You know how that goes.
Yeah, no, but I have been trying to get into the comedy scene again, man. It took some effort after not doing anything for a year and a half.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the anxiety and stuff kind of like ruins the material sometimes. So, I mean, just going on stage and just, hearing the silence really helps. I mean, anything helps. You know how that shit goes. You're just sitting there, and after a while, you don't give a shit. I got something to say. I want to say it. So you get on the stage, and I worked hard on this shit.
You've been doing open mics?
Yeah,
Where you been
yeah.
going?
Well, I've been doing Eastville. I've been Broadway Comedy Club. That's pretty much it. I'm sure I did other places. Greenwich. Yeah, Greenwich. I did the Kill Mat. I know you remember the Kill Mat.
Which one's the kill mat?
That's the one on 7th Street between what, 2nd and 3rd. It used to be the Laughing Buddha. Like, when you walk down in the
Oh
basement and
yeah,
shit,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
like, yeah,
yeah.
it's like a place, where they like, molest children and shit. But
They still doing open mics there,
yeah,
but it's
yeah.
not Laughing Buddha anymore. Then,
Nah, it's not. It's not. It's something else. I think now it's just like, you could just put up your own sign and just like kind of do your own little open mic now.
huh?
A lot of this shit is not even advertised on online anymore because with the pandemic and everybody wanting to get back on stage, practice the material, it's all filled now. So you better off just showing up sometimes.
Yeah, let me know. Share with me the information for that place because I haven't seen. Because I thought they stopped doing it.
Oh yeah, yeah. I Laughing Buddha stopped doing it there. I don't know. I guess they had some type of disputes.
Right. Nah, because I've been wondering about that. I've been wondering how many places have shut down for good since.
A lot of places shut down, but then again, whatever, restaurants basically they're first in line to get, the PPP loans and stuff like that. So you know how that shit goes. I don't know if you've been in the city, but they got fucking Puerto Rican shacks all over the place. Right in the middle of the fucking street. There's people
Yeah.
eating out of shacks.
Nah, I mean, a lot of people like that.
Yeah, I know. I'm just angry because I have a car, so I can never find parking.
Oh yeah, that's your mistake right there. You can't
Yeah.
drive in the city, man.
Well, I grew up in New York. I'm not allowed to have a car. I'm not allowed to have the American dream.
Yeah, I mean,
you
it's just a
know?
pain in the ass.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, shit. It's just it changed so much recently. Especially with parking. Before it was like hard to get parking. Now it's basically impossible.
Yeah, but
You know.
nah,
And that's
but
why I'm renting a house in Scranton, Pennsylvania now.
damn. So you drive all the way from Scranton?
No, well, yeah. I still have the apartment in Brooklyn
Oh, okay.
now, anyway.
So where do you stay normally?
In Scranton because and then tomorrow I'm going to Brooklyn. I'm going to spend a week over there, do some open mics. Concentrate a lot on comedy. 'Cause my material right now is, I don't know. You know, it's
What did they tell you at what is it, Broadway Comedy Club? Cause
Oh,
they give
the
you like
industry
feedback, don't
room.
they?
Yeah,
Yeah, the industry
feedback.
room.
Yeah, that's the perfect word for it, is feedback. The microphone feedback. Right, and every time I went to say a punchline, the microphone fucked up.
Mm.
So it's fucking. I didn't give a shit. As I get the fuck off stage. I knew I wasn't gonna get the spot. I played it off well. I had some of that old shit, that East New York shit. So the microphone popped. I ducked a little bit. Crowd liked it. But I didn't like it. But I knew that I wasn't going. Just because it was funny doesn't mean it was good. Because I really couldn't do any
Right.
material. I was kind of just, it was good. I liked it. It was fun.
It's hard, right? Like trying to put something together that actually like makes sense and works.
I mean, I think with us, we had that class. We had and now we don't have that, or I don't have that. So it's kind of hard to like bounce material off people and stuff like that, unless I do an open mic or a show. So now I'm just going off raw, not sure if my shit is funny, and just hoping it does well.
Well, I mean, all that workshop that we took, I mean, it was just basically an open mic, a weekly
Yeah,
open mic.
yeah, but there was a lot of feedback. You know what I mean? A lot of feedback. Hey, don't do this, don't do this. Hey, we was on the same page. We kind of all went around. Now you're kind of on your own. You could do an open mic now, and no one's gonna tell you anything. They just be like, yeah, yeah, that's all right.
Do you
You know
record
what I mean?
yourself when you do an open mic?
Yeah, I do. But right now, I'm doing a lot of old shit. So, or I was doing a lot of old stuff. You know, shit that you
Yeah.
heard. Now I'm working on more, other stuff. Longer things that take longer to explain. Things, the more serious topics.
Yeah, but that's tough, right? Especially like right now,
It's
since like we're
it's
still like early in our shit. You only get like
it,
5 minutes.
Yeah, 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 for sure. But I got a lot of points without no punchline, so I don't want to go up there and pontificate without a punchline. So that's why it would be good to like, you know, get together with you, get together with some of the old crew and go out, or even the new crew, get a new crew, whatever. Who gives a shit, right? And just go out there and just like, hey, Jay, that shit kind of stinks. It's not worth the 30 seconds.
Now I remember you used to have some like decent jokes, but you always like I
I
don't know. My,
bail.
my my criticism of you was always you need to like find a way to like connect it all and like have one coherent like story.
Oh yeah, yeah. See, the thing is, I don't. I kind of almost like not having a coherent story. You know what I mean? I feel like not coherent. I think that's a bad word, but I almost like just not having the transitions. Just be like, oh,
Right.
because sometimes that's the way I am in real life. I'll just start talking about one thing and then just be like, oh, what the fuck is happening in Israel? Like, oh, I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
Like, I saw albino gator the other day. Just
Yeah, you
change the
were
subject of
always
this shit.
yeah, you were always kind of like going back and forth with shit. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's the way, when you grow up in New York, that's the way it is. You see something, you mention it, or also just go by quickly. You'll just miss it. You just like to say things before I forget it.
Where in New York were you born?
Brooklyn.
So you from Brooklyn,
Yeah,
and you don't
yeah.
like the changes that you've been seeing, man.
It's not that I don't like it. It's just the constant reassimilation that I have to do in my own hometown. I don't think a lot of people have this experience.
But maybe it's
It's just
good
like,
though, right? Like that just means that everything's growing.
what's good about it?
It's growing.
Yeah,
You don't
well,
want it to stay the same.
uh, it's not. That's. I don't think that's the. I'm not upset about it growing. Of course, I like it to grow. I don't know why it wouldn't grow. Of course, it grow. I want it to be safer.
Yeah, that's for damn sure.
But I think the people who move in there now think they're making it better, and that's kind of, you know, they don't really do anything.
Yeah, I mean
The people who can't.
gentrification is just kind of like a bitch,
It's
but
been gentrifying since '03. That's not new. I think they're gentrifying the gentrificator. The gentrifying the people who gentrified it.
what do you
Now
mean by
that the
that?
artists, like the artists who came in, the musicians and the people who like made Williamsburg, they're being pushed out, right? Like it's like the restaurant owners can't afford to open up restaurants anymore. Like the people who are coming in there, they want to go in there and enjoy it, which is not an issue. Like I don't give a shit, enjoy it, right? But some of these people have to like open up restaurants and kind of like contribute to the neighborhood some type of way, or else it's just gonna go right back to the way it was.
You think it's getting? Are you saying like it's just too expensive?
No, I mean the price. The price is normal when you grow up there. It is what it is. It's not that it's expensive. It's that I got six, I got four people to apartment on my floor, right? And it's like they turned it into the ghetto, but it's a white ghetto, so people are fine with it. So it's like, you know what it was? If me, you, and another fucking Spanish guy got a fucking apartment, that wouldn't like people wouldn't be like, hey, you guys are fucking doing your thing. No, they'd be like, hey, you guys need help.
Yeah,
You know what I
nah.
mean? Like we would get raided. Like, hey, you guys are selling drugs in here? What the fuck?
Yo, I was watching that a
Not that I,
documentary
yeah,
on the I guess the crack epidemic
yeah,
from like the 80s and shit. That stuff was wild, man.
that shit was wild. That
Apparently,
shit
like
was
whoever was
wild.
like they would arrest like 10 people, and if only one person had crack cocaine on them, they would just split it between the 10 people
Oh
and
yeah,
put all
yeah,
10 of them in
yeah,
jail and shit like that. And it's like,
yeah. I
damn.
mean, that's that's what supports police. Like one of the things I always say is like it's like I really hate like I'm in Scranton, Pennsylvania right now, and a lot of people for some people it's trendy to say, blue lives matter, oh I support, police. It's like duh, everybody supports police. I didn't fucking get a letter in the mail opting out not to be arrested. It's like, who supports police the most? Criminals. The greatest threat to police in their job security is law abiding citizens. Law abiding citizens are the greatest threat to police in their jobs. So this whole I support police, whatever, you know, I know people in jail that support the police a lot every time they pay their court dues and shit like that.
Wait, explain that. The law abiding citizen is the one that.
Law abiding citizens are the greatest threat to police and their jobs. If everyone followed the rules and followed the law, we wouldn't need that many police, right?
So you're saying
We
that
wouldn't need as many
the
police.
cops want people to misbehave so they got jobs.
Yeah, or at least yeah, in one way or the other.
I don't know. I don't think
Crime.
there's like even though there's like high crime and shit. I still don't think there's enough cops out there, right?
I don't think there's high crime. I think we're like the lowest crime in like history right now. I mean, crime is very low right now compared to like the 90s, compared to the era you were just talking about as far as the crack,
Yeah, but I
the
think like
crack era. And that's like 2,000, 3,000 murders a year compared to 300. We freak out over 300 murders a year now. We're like, holy shit, 300. Did you see that? And it's like, well, I grew up in Brooklyn where it was 3,000 murders a year where fucking Italians were fucking hanging each other up and throwing each other in trunks.
yeah, for sure. Like compared to other decades, yeah, I mean crime is virtually non-existent compared to stuff like that.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
But I
And so,
mean,
like, I think we're all, we're outraged. We have all this false outrage, and so when things happen, uh, I think when things really happen, we freak out about it because it doesn't happen as often as it used to. You know what I mean?
right, right.
So when there was 10 murders a day, we'd be like, oh yeah, whatever, yeah. Well, don't go outside. What was he doing? Now that there's one every other day, we're like, oh, bendito. That's
Yeah,
sad. Oh, what's happening to this world? It's like, bro, it was fucking the crime was crazy before, like to the point, even the early 2000s, it was a little nutty. You
yeah. I
know,
mean, before last summer, I think crime across the board was like crazy low. I think it's
yeah,
done an uptick in the last year or so, but
yeah. I
I,
just say I'm not anti-police at all. I'm just saying that kind of needs to be mentioned and reinforced. Like, hey, man, yeah,
right.
man, you're being a good citizen because I think we're all kind of stressed out a little bit, over the pandemic, over each other. Republicans arguing with Democrats, Democrats arguing. We're all the same, we're just slightly different, and we look for those slight differences nowadays. It's just like I think I was telling my girlfriend the other day, it's like we don't criticize each other fairly anymore. Like as Americans, just like we're out of control when we criticize people. It's just like you don't go, let's say your mechanic, he fixes the wrong thing, right? Or doesn't do it. You don't go to him and be like, oh, you're not even a mechanic. You don't know what you're doing. Of course, he knows what he's doing. He's just fucked up. And I think, when we criticize each other, I think we go too far. It's like, oh, fuck Republicans and their guns and their anti, and it's just like, whatever.
Nah, yeah, for sure. I definitely think that people don't have a conversation anymore, right? It's more of a black and white. You either good or you bad.
Yeah. For me, I don't even care as long as you don't rape. Like rape is bad. Like I listened to rap growing up, and we nodded our head to rape and murder. Like, ooh, that rape and murder was dope. Did you hear that? Did you hear what 50 Cent?
Well, that's another thing that's like
Yeah,
weird about everything, right? Is nowadays people get upset almost over anything. Like
yeah, yeah,
a joke about, a certain race or a certain gender or whatever it may be, and people are like, "Oh, you can't really say that."
Listen, man. Listen, I love to be called a spick. Please call me a spick. I love it because then I think it's just because like we're comedians, though. Maybe that's but it's just like call me a spick because it allows me to say whatever I want to you. You know what I mean? Obviously, I'll be more creative than just call you like a regular racist slur. That's too easy. You know us. We just fucking be like, hey man, yeah, that's why your fucking eyes are too far away from your fucking chin. Right? We like to create new complexes, bitch. So call me a spick if you want. I'll
Yeah.
fucking send you to the therapist. Like I like it. So the sense, but I get it. I'm learning. You know me. When you first met me, I had to settle down myself. But at the same time, I like to talk and I like to talk trash,
No, and I don't think there's anything wrong with it, to be honest. I just think that the only times I try and like hold back is if somebody straight up tells me, "Hey, I don't like this word, or I don't like this subject, or I don't like this," and I'd be like, "All right, I'll try and be conscious about it," you know?
So I'll say this thing. I'll say this one thing. Um, I remember saying something. I called someone a name. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was cunt. I don't know what it was. But she was like, it was like, oh, I'm offended. I was like, yeah, I'm trying to offend you. Like I'm trying to offend you. So don't say I was offended. But like when it comes to like friends and family or someone I know, associates, a coworker, and someone like I can come in your house, Pablo, and you'd be like, hey, you know what? I don't really like you using the word microwave. I don't like it. It triggers me somehow. I won't say the word microwave, right? Because you're a friend and family, associate, coworker. But like strangers can go fuck themselves. Like I don't like I don't give a shit about a stranger being offended. Unless I'm not gonna pull my dick out on the subway unless,
Why not, man? Why not?
unless, it's Tuesday.
New
Unless
York
it's
is
rush
open,
hour.
man. We need those subway creatures in there.
I know. Yo, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. I was in New York yesterday. Just went for a quick trip, just to pick up a dog or whatever. And it was just like, whew, it was dead. It was dead. It was only like 1 in the morning.
Yeah, that is something that I've noticed is that we haven't gotten back to the late night scene quite yet.
We haven't got back to it. It's all right though. It's all right. I'm not mad. But hold on, Pablo. The fucking weed laws changed.
Yeah, that shit's legal now.
Holy shit.
I think they're still working out a plan on like how they're gonna like set up shops and stuff like that. So I think next year there'll be shops.
Man, once weed was legal, I was happy. No, it's just, I was just happy. It's good for police. It's good for citizens. No one has to worry about that horse shit, that unenforceable law. It's just like, let people do it. I wish crack was legal. Crack should be legal. Let crackheads smoke crack.
Yeah, I was having a conversation with a buddy of mine not too long ago about that. Like, what what drug, if any, should be illegal?
Something that might kill you like instantly, like poison or whatever. I get it, huffing, puffing, like, Like you can't go around, like fucking huffing gasoline and shit. I think that shit should still be illegal or whatever. But I think eventually what happens is if the crack was legal, if you made crack legal back in like the 80s, by now you would have like a different version of it, a more healthier version, right? Like fucking aspirin was dangerous in the 80s, right? So it's like by now you probably have a safe version of crack. Like I'm not advocating crack here, but any drug like weed. Now you got fucking seedless, stemless weed. The weed nowadays will knock you the fuck out. They got weed nowadays to do anything. It does whatever. You ever been to a dispensary?
Yeah, I went out to one in Utah or something like that.
Oh
Either
shit.
Utah or Nevada. I don't remember where I was, but
Sure it wasn't Colorado.
nah, I haven't been to Colorado in a while.
Uh yeah. I went to a dispensary in LA and I didn't it was Black Friday and it was 40% off the whole fucking store. I went
Shopping spree.
ham. I couldn't even smoke all of it. I ended up having to fucking fly with it back.
Yeah.
Down.
So I'm all for like the legalization of weed and all that other good shit, right? But that to a certain extent, man, that's gonna hurt like low income communities
I don't think
because
so.
say what?
Um, why do you say so?
Because who's gonna open up the shops, right? It's gonna be people with money.
Yeah.
And where do people go and get like all their shit? Usually from low income communities. So they're getting the money today.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow is gonna be high end people who got money getting the money, and you're taking the low income people out of business.
Yeah, that's true. But the other thing is that they also give some of the you can grow it, right? Usually, low income people were the ones who were affected by it being illegal to begin with.
Yeah, so I think there should be, and I don't know, they might be doing something like this. I don't know. I'm just kind of spitting out ideas here, but when you legalize something like weed that has primarily you know, brought money into the low income neighborhoods, and B has resulted in people getting arrested and shit from the low income neighborhoods, whatever taxes are getting collected on the new dispensaries and shit like that, I don't know, like 50, 60, 80% of those tax dollars should go right back into the low income communities.
Here, yeah, and I think it is. I think I'm very optimistic about that, and I think as minorities, I think especially in Brooklyn, I think the black and brown community is I think we're going to make sure it doesn't, right? I think we're definitely going to get our cut. We're going to eat regardless, as we used to say in Brooklyn. We're going to eat regardless. We're going to get our cut. You know what I mean? I hear about now even in Bed-Stuy where it's like people are boycotting Chinese restaurants if you don't have at least one black employee, and I think that's kind of fair. You know,
Yeah,
it's
that's
just
weird.
like
That's a weird one.
come on, my man over here, he got a culinary degree and he can't even get a job in his own neighborhood. Let him make some. He just like he knows. I know a guy, culinary guy. He knows his shit. He knows his shit, especially in Asian cuisine. He almost went to China, but he would have to like live in China in 2 years. And like the dude from Brooklyn, like that's fucking scary. But like he knows it, and he can't even get a job in his own neighborhood. He has to leave New York
Yeah,
because now it's
that type
all
of shit is weird because I don't know. How do you fix something like that?
you just demand your spot, man. You just demand your place at the table. It's not like I want to, we. It's like comedy. It's like I don't want to do a show if I'm not good enough, but at least let me get up there and judge me fairly. You know,
Yeah.
it's just like let me judge fairly. Just judge me fairly, and I think that's one thing I love about comedy is that laughter is you can't help it. You can't help it. So it's just like whatever. Even if you're racist, you gotta laugh at my shit sometimes.
Yeah, and
You know
but
what I mean?
another good thing about comedy is that you get instant feedback, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
like truly instant feedback. Like you might be like, oh man, I got this killer punchline, and then you go up there and you say it, and nobody laughs, and you're like,
And it
fuck,
fucking sucks. And
you're
it
like
sucks. But then you
fuck.
say it the next day and everyone fucking chuckles. So now,
Yeah, that's another
but then
important
but then
distinction, right? Is the audience is
the audience, sometimes
everything.
your own mood could be fucked up.
Yeah, I remember before we did the Gotham Theater show, I practiced my set twice at an open mic,
Mm-hmm.
and ain't nobody laugh. Right? It's like,
Right, right, right,
but open
right.
mics are different, right? The open
Open
mics,
mics are there. Open mics are for you and me to get used to the silence to a good joke. Like you gotta just get used to the silence and move on.
yeah. But I'm also I'm what I'm doing now. I think is just using open mics as kind of like the gym, right? I just go there to like practice what I'm saying, memorize it, get comfortable
Yeah,
with it. So when I do go in front of an audience, it's more
right.
natural.
Yeah,
Like
for me,
I'm not even going to open mics to see if it's funny or not because I already know that almost nobody's gonna laugh.
yeah, I mean, open mics for me is like it's starting to become more too repetitive. So I need to do a real show to see what a real audience thinks now because I'm getting a little, antsy. I'm more nervous at open mics than I am at a real show.
Yeah, I
Only
don't know.
because it's like
I'm still fucking too new to this. I still get nervous every single time I even
you're
think about
supposed
going
to be
up.
nervous. You're supposed to be nervous. Don't worry about that. You're supposed to be nervous. Nervousness is it's what's dope about it sometimes. It's almost like if you do well, yeah, you're happy. If you're not doing well, you're happy to get off stage and be like, okay, I need to do this. But what comedy is. You can like, oh, let me start all over, guys. No, it's just you got to wait till your next show. So
Right.
it's just either way, you're happy, to get off, or you're happy to do well. Either way, you're getting drunk at the end of the night.
This is true. This is true. I'll tell you what though, the best feeling ever though is when you say something, people like cracking up, and it's like, God damn, like I got this audience by the balls. Let's go.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Especially so what I've been doing lately at open mics, I've been riffing, Pablo. I've been riffing. So I just be I think you know how I developed my first fucking material, so it's no surprise to you. But a lot of people have never seen me do that before. Where it's just I sit down and just, talk about my day. And I think that shit has been very, stress relieving. You come up with some shit during those times.
Well, that's funny. I had a friend of mine say that a lot of the people that they see go on stage, it feels like they're substituting therapy with just going up on stage and like doing open mics and shit.
Yeah, that's why so many comedians commit suicide. I wouldn't substitute this therapy for the
Going
stage.
up and not getting
Yeah,
any
don't
laughs ain't gonna help
don't
you.
don't fucking don't do that. Fucking do comedy because that's your art. That's what you love to do. Don't use that shit as a fucking therapy session. In fact, I missed a fucking call from my therapist today.
Well, don't go
Now they
killing
call you,
yourself.
which is fucking awkward. I get more anxiety because like all fucking day I know they're gonna call me. He's gonna call me. I gotta
They should
fucking
do like
talk.
surprise calls so that you don't get anxiety.
No, like it's different when I gotta show up at the office and I'm ready. Where is this hooker? Come on, guys. My dog got loose.
Mm,
I was just sitting here watching him open up the gate with his paw. Yeah. You
smart
watch
ass
sports,
dogs.
Pablo?
Yeah, I've been watching
Yeah.
the Knicks suck.
I, you know what? I've been trying to tell people to win. The Knicks are not going to win. I just want to yell so bad.
I mean, they were pretty hot at the end
You
of the
know,
regular season.
and it's just disappointing, man. It's just always disappointing.
Then they just
It's
shit
like
the
a
bed.
it's like a hot drunk chick who's like making out with you all night, and she's just gonna fall asleep. You're never gonna get anything,
Damn.
you know. Oh my God, Pa, I was at the strip club the other day. I'm vaccinated, by the way, so I got vaccinated. Are you vaccinated?
I get my second shot in like a
Oh,
day or two.
oh man, I got the yeah. So I'm vaccinated, so I got Went to the strip club, with my girlfriend, and bro, they're talking about their fucking problems, man. Like they're arguing with each other.
Talking
So
about the
like my
strippers.
yeah, the strippers are like like just going crazy, and my girlfriend, right, goes up to her to like give her money, and she was like, "Oh, thank you. Um, I just got choked out in in the bathroom for not having coke."
What?
I'm like, "Oh man, I'm about to leave, man. This shit is not sexy."
What kind of whack ass strip club you go to, man?
Nah. I mean, I've been there before, and it wasn't whack. I mean, the girls are good. They're nice. They have nothing, friendly. They have really nice vaginas and stuff, but it's just I usually fall back. It's more of a lounge,
Right.
right? It's more of a place you go sit down. Ladies are dancing on the stage, on the cage, or whatever. From time to time they come up to you, you tip them, whatever. I'm there with my girlfriend, so I'm not as creepy as everyone else. At least I like to think that.
Right. I bet everybody else like, yo, look at that creep here with his girlfriend.
With his girlfriend. No, no, they came up to like Emily was bonding with the strippers and shit, like helping them out, giving them like life coaching advice. And was like, that's weird. And fucking yeah, and it was like another drunk girl there, just like dancing with a bunch like rhinestone jeans, just grinding those fucking hard rhinestones on like people's shorts, just fucking just scratching them. And she was so drunk that it was just like, go home. She needs to go home. None of you guys are getting laid from this girl.
How much money do you usually take to the strip club?
Okay? Whatever I have left from the casino. So I had a $200 budget at the casino.
Hmm.
I balling,
What do you play
and
at the casino?
roulette.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
good
so I
one.
lost about $100, and then I lost it so fast that I was just like, let me just I'd rather give it to somebody else.
A
But
stripper.
when we get there, yeah. I mean, when we get there, it wasn't even any dancing. It was just a bunch of arguing and stuff like that. It's just like, and the ATM fee was $20.
Jesus.
I don't know why I thought that was funny. $20. I swear to God, I was just like, nope. So I was gonna get another 100 for my girlfriend, just so we get. I would have left with like 150 of it, but I like to flash a few singles, make them work for it a little bit, like a German Shepherd.
Right, I was gonna say,
Just
these
like
are human beings we're talking
I
about. You're like,
fucking
yo, work for it,
nah,
bitch.
man. Listen, man. I got a bag full of kibbles. Doesn't mean I'm gonna give you all of them.
Uh,
I'm saving these kibbles for the next trip.
oh man.
Whoa, yeah, listen. I, if they would have treated my girlfriend well, I would have gave it to her. But it's just how it is. You know how it is.
Just out of the principle, you know.
Yeah, it's just like I'm gonna tip, but I don't really get that many services if you know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? I don't get that. I'm there for the music, for just to sit down and here's not no. I'm not there for any congolingus,
You said
coitus.
you said you're gonna come back into the city this week.
Yeah, tomorrow morning.
Let me know what open mics you're looking at, cause I might join you.
Tomorrow's Tuesday, so if you want, we could either go to Eastville, Broadway, or the Producers Lounge. That's a good one.
The producers lounge.
Yeah, on 44th. You've been there before.
I don't remember, man. It's
On
been too long.
44th and 8th. Yeah, I think we've been there. Yeah,
Oh
Claire. Yeah,
yeah, that place
yeah.
is legit.
That shit's legit. They got like a few stages, and it's kind of cool. It gets lit in there.
Was that the first time? Is that where we went? What was it? I think Claire went up on stage for the first time, and
Possibly. I think that was like one of the first open mics we all did.
yeah,
It,
I
it
checked
was
it
like
out, man.
It was like a table there.
Yeah, I chickened out. I just didn't go up. I was just like, nope, can't do this.
Nah, you gotta do it, man. Listen, what's the worst gonna happen, bro? No one's
I shit
listen.
myself.
You're not gonna fuck it. We got Crohn's.
I shit
You're not
myself,
gonna,
and then I have a heart attack,
no,
and I die.
that'll never happen.
That's
See,
worst case scenario.
it'll never happen. Those emotions are fake. I don't even.
Well, they feel fucking real right before you go on
They're
stage. I'll tell you
fake.
that
They're
much.
fake. Ignore them. They're fake. You don't even worry about it, bro. When you grow up in Bed-Stuy, bro, you don't worry about those emotions. You're like, oh, guess I, I don't have to walk through Pennsylvania Avenue today. you
uh,
know, a little bit
yeah, but
different.
man, like right there in the moment, something different.
Or East New York, with high school, East New York, they rob you for your homework. Run that trigonometry, son. Trying to
Yeah.
fuck Miss Smith.
Tell
I know that's
me
your favorite.
where you're gonna. Did you get sick after your second shot?
No, no, like the whole left side of my body was numb because I got the Johnson and Johnson. So one shot deal. I mean, real New Yorkers get one shot. That's it. We ain't got time for two shots out here. We take it all in one punch.
Yeah, but that
So
J and
like
J,
basically,
man, I didn't trust that shit.
oh
I'm sure it's
man,
fine. I'm
man,
sure it's fine, but my,
it's
my bitch ass is like,
fine,
nah, I ain't getting that shit.
man. Oh my god. Yeah. I mean, I want to say like it was fine. Did
Yeah.
you get sick?
Nah, after my first one, I didn't get sick. But my friend, she got her second one like a week or two ago, and she got sick for like 24 hours, something like that. And then a buddy of mine, he got the J and J. He was sick for like 24 hours. I don't know.
Man, I think it's just like the reverse placebo effect, man. People are just like, oh, I'm sick. Oh, why sick?
Either that or maybe they are sick.
Maybe, maybe. I don't know. It's that people, I
Well,
don't
I'll
know. What was his symptoms?
oh, they all just get fevers.
Oh, fever.
Yeah, they all get a fever, kind of feel like shit for a little bit, but then like out of nowhere they're like back to normal. So I don't know.
Another thing is, in Pennsylvania, they're looking for a lot of comedians to do some shows and shit. I was at the casino the other day, and I went to check on the comedy club. There's a comedy club in there, Wisecrackers and stuff like that. So, they're booking. You go on their website, bro, and it's trash.
Why?
Website, it's Scranton Comedy Club, man. Check that out.
Yeah, I don't know if
I think
I'll be traveling to do any comedy anytime soon. There's already like I'm trying to get into the tiny cupboard, whatever it's called.
uh, cupboard.
Cupboard,
Yeah, I don't know.
cupboard.
I heard some things about that place. So I heard some good things, but I heard one bad thing, and it's just like, I don't even want to. You know me, my material. I heard my material is not welcome there. So
Yeah, I had one guy. I don't really know him, but I done a couple of open mics at Eastville, and there was this guy. He was like, "Yeah, the tiny cupboard. Um, they just they're a little bit more picky on, I guess, having like legit material versus just going up there and like talking."
yeah. I mean, it's a legit spot. I mean, they're getting huge.
Yeah.
They're fucking. They're making a name for themselves. I have to say, they're making a huge fucking name for
Well, they
themselves.
got the rooftop with the skyline in the background. They got that, man. It's the fucking neon light, man. Like fucking, you can take so many basic pictures there.
Right, and they also book some legit comics too.
No, yeah, I saw Mark Norman was there. That
Yeah,
that
he's a
dude
funny
kills
guy.
me, man. I love that
He's a
dude.
fucking yeah, of course. I mean, he's producing a lot of babies himself. So, you know,
Yeah,
a
he's
lot of
fucking
people
killing
want to
it.
be like him.
There was a guy in our workshop that kind of jokes like that. He was, I don't know. I
I
appreciate
think I know
Mark
who you're talking
Norman's
about.
ability to just get to it
Yeah, it's okay.
and deliver, you know, controversial
Yeah,
shit without being controversial.
Yeah. I mean, he's been around for a while. I think
Right.
he's a veteran guy, and
Oh yeah, for sure.
it's just like now I see a lot of comedians now where it's like in 10 years from now they're gonna be fucking the shit. Like there's a lot of guys now and girls, a lot of guys and girls now that like they're gonna make a fucking a killing. I don't know if you knew Sarah Cooper. Remember
Uh-uh.
Sarah Cooper? You know who Sarah Cooper is. She hosted a lot of open mics for the Laughing Buddha. Um, you, you've been on stage with her before. You've probably
Maybe.
yeah. You did some open mics. We've all did open mics together. She has a Netflix special.
That's amazing.
Yeah, Sarah Cooper.
Yeah, I think that's my goal. Is not to like have a Netflix special, but like have somebody just be like, "Hey, you got funny shit. You want to help write shit or produce shit?" I'm like, "Hell
Fucking
yeah."
hilarious. These guys, hilarious. Especially now. It's why the Tiny Cupboard's doing so well. Hilarious. They're fucking amazing.
Yeah, I need to try and get a spot in there.
There's guys that I don't even like. Like I don't like them, but they're fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I mean that's something you can't really take away from someone, right? Whether
Like you
you like
shouldn't.
them or
I'm
not,
not.
they funny. They funny.
I'm not a hater. I'm not a fucking hater. So it's just like, nah, you're fucking hilarious. I'll sit there and I'm gonna enjoy your comedy because I hate you.
Right. Right.
No, when I say hate, I don't mean hate. I mean I hate. I don't know. You know what I mean. I don't hate anybody.
Yeah, I feel it.
I'm always,
Nah,
I'm always open for love.
dude, I appreciate you coming on the podcast, man. I am
I
gonna.
appreciate you for having me, man.
Nah, yeah,
It was
I wanted to
amazing.
reach out and kind of catch up and shit, you know.
Yeah, man. I
Especially now
hope
that I'm trying to get back into it a little bit.
like you said. What are you doing tomorrow? You wanna come out do an open mic?
Yeah, I think I should be able to. Yeah, all right. Well, I'll look at my calendar and I'll connect with you right after this. But again, man, thank you for coming on. I appreciate it, man.
And thank you for having me. Anytime, let me know. I'm always free. I'm not doing anything.
Yeah, we'll do this again, and then at that point, we'll both be super famous.
I don't want to be famous. No, 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 no. I can't be famous.
That's funny. All right, man.
I got warrants. No, I'm fucking
Thank you, man.
around. You're welcome, man. Have a good one, bro. Good to
Yep.
see you. Good to speak to you.